Disabilities in the ongoing gubernatorial and state assembly elections issued on Saturday, 18th of March 2023. Welcome to TAF Africa Persons with Disabilities Midday Situational Press Statement from the ongoing gubernatorial and state assembly elections as of 2 p.m. this afternoon. On Saturday, 18th of February 2023, TAF Africa's Persons with Disabilities Election Hub deployed 340 observers in polling units with registered persons with disabilities across the 28 states conducting the gubernatorial and state assembly elections. This deployment will enable TAF Africa to verify if assistive tools were deployed to the polling units with registered disabilities in line with provisions of the Electoral Act. TAF Africa also deployed an election observer app and tools that will be used to provide real-time information for the hub on the participation of persons with disabilities. TAF Africa's field observation reveals critical challenges in the commencement of polls, ranging from inadequate deployment of assistive tools and other election materials to violence in polling units. TAF Africa's Persons with Disabilities Election Hub midway findings in different areas, in three critical areas. 1. Shortage of election material. TAF Africa received reports of a shortage in the deployment of election materials in Nasarawa State, particularly in the polling unit 121, 009, Nagis, polling unit 139, Angwa, Soja, Masaka, polling unit 001, Area 1, Masaka, polling unit 141, Area 1, all in Nasarawa State. Prompt arrival of INEC officials and commencement of polls. In the polling units observed, TAF Africa observers noted the early arrival of INEC officials at the polling unit. Our findings reveal that out of the 228 polling units observed, 91% of them recorded early arrival of INEC officials, about 68% of voting commencement. Number 2, access to polling units and priority voting. On accessibility, TAF Africa observers reported the accessibility of the polling units at 94% of the polling units observed, while priority voting was observed in 76% of the polling units. Number 3, deployment of assistive tools. TAF Africa observed the inadequate deployment of assistive tools at the polling units. From the observed polling unit, 75% had no braille ballot guides for the visual impaired. 7% had no magnifying glasses for the persons with albinism, and 63% had no large font graphic posters for the deaf. It is necessary to mention that TAF Africa's initial findings are based on reports from 228 sampled polling units and analyzed at 1 p.m. this afternoon, the election day. As the events of the day continue to unfold, additional information and updates will be provided subsequently. Critical incidents. As of 11:40 a.m., TAF Africa's Persons with Disabilities election hub received a critical report of extreme violence from field observers. In Rivers State, Emehua local government area, Obakri Ward, Rumuada Town, Hall polling unit, gunshots from thugs dispersed voters and INEC officials at the commencement of polls, leaving many voters injured. So far, no registered voter at the said polling unit has been able to exercise their civic rights due to the gunshots resulting in the absence of INEC officials.
Report. Here are our preliminary recommendations. Given the emerging issues, South Africa's Persons with Disabilities Election Hub makes the following preliminary recommendations. The Independent National Electoral Commission should investigate the reason for the inadequate deployment of assistive tools to polling units with registered persons with disabilities, which can disenfranchise them. To the Independent National Electoral Commission should ensure prompt response to issues raised at the polls, particularly the shortage of election materials in some polling units. 3. Security agencies are reminded of their preliminary responsibilities to the citizens of Nigeria. We expect security agencies to be present at the polls and ensure the safety of everyone with competence, professionalism, and neutrality, especially the violent-prone ones. South Africa commends the community of persons with disabilities for their show of strength and commitment toward this election, despite the unfavorable conditions. We also call on persons with disabilities who have not voted to go to their registered polling unit to exercise their civic rights in a peaceful and orderly way. South Africa will continue to observe the conduct of the gubernatorial and state assembly elections as it affects the participation of persons with disabilities. Our observers will remain at polls until voting is completed and votes are counted. We call on security agencies, the Independent National Electoral Commission, stakeholders, political parties, and their ardent supporters to work together in ensuring that this election is credible and peaceful. TAF Africa will continue to provide additional updates and will issue a post-election report on the participation of persons with disabilities at the polls on Sunday, 19th March 2023 by 2 p.m. in the PWD election hall. Thank you.